Hello, everyone. My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about the short story, The Interlopers, written by Saki, or H. Monroe. Saki is his pen name. Now, before I go into summary analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. So, The Interlopers. Basically, you have two men here, Ulrich and Jorg, and they pretty much hate each other because their families have been disputing over this plot of land, this forest, for a very long time. Now, Ulrich, his family won the land. They went to court for it, and you know, they own the land. But Jorg's family, they've always been fighting for it, and the feud goes on. And on this land, you have deers, you have wildlife, animals, wolves, things like that. So there's good. It's a good place to hunt and everything. Within the work, what we basically find out is Ulrich is hunting down Jorg, and they pretty much want to kill each other. They do meet each other in the woods on the land that their families have been disputing forever, and basically, what ultimately happens is, while they meet each other in the woods, they're looking at each other. They both have guns and they're prepared to shoot. They don't shoot because it's kind of bad to kill someone in cold blood. A big, heavy tree branch falls on them, and it pins down both of them. Ulrich's legs get pinned down, one of his arms get pinned down, and Jorg, on the other hand, he gets blinded just because there's a lot of blood in his eyes, and he gets pinned down also. And while they're pinned down, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you as soon as I get a chance. When my men get here, I'm gonna kill you." And the other one's like, "I'm gonna kill you." And then hours and hours go by. Ulrich has a drink. He had like a flask. He had alcohol with him. He drinks alcohol, and he tries to offer some to Jorg, but Jorg is like, "Oh, I don't drink with enemies. I don't do none of that." So, these are manly men. They're out in the woods hunting, so they're manly men. And so, basically, ultimately, what happens is that as the hours tick by, they change their minds. They become friends, and they're like, we shouldn't be arguing about this. These things are like not important. But in terms of analysis and deeper meaning here, it's all because they're about to die. All right. The only reason why they're being so truthful and honest with each other is because they're about to die, and believe me, when you are approaching death, when you're about to face that great unknown, you don't want any enemies. And if you're in the woods lying on your back, and you don't, you're on your own. You're the only person close by you. You're not gonna want to hate them. You wanna love them, because that's probably the last human you'll ever see. So it's kind of sad in that way. They're like, "Oh man, we're probably gonna die out here. So let's become friends." And they're like, "Oh, if we get out of here, we're gonna be the best of buddies." The people are gonna be like, "Whoa, I can't believe these two are friends. Their families have been feuding for years. Now they're friends." So, these two men, Ulrich and Jorg, they're like, "Yeah, yeah, we're gonna do all these things, and things are gonna get better. Things are gonna get brighter, things are gonna get easier, all that, that and the third, and all that type of stuff." But ultimately, even though they had some good plans and good intentions to become friends, they do not get out of the situation alive. Or that's what we can assume, because the last line, or the last significant thing that happens within the short story, Ulrich is like, "Oh, I see men coming," and they're like about 9 or 10 men coming, but then they realize it's not really men, it's wolves. The wolves are coming. The wolves. 9 to 10 wolves are coming. And I can tell you now, If 9 10 wolves are coming to these two men who are pinned down and bloody, it's not going to be pretty. Yeah. So that's how the story ends. So we can pretty much assume that they're going to die. It's either they die by being pinned down by the trees, where they just starve to death or bleed out, or the wolves get at them. So either way, they're dying. Yeah. In terms of deeper meaning and analysis, the wolves are the interlopers. This is a situation between two friends now, two former enemies. They were gonna handle things between them. But if you keep thinking about it, one way you can think about it is that uh, Ulrich and Jorg, they started their own thing, and then the big heavy tree branch was an interloper. It came into the situation without nobody wanting it there. And then another group of so like nature is the interloper, the first interloper within the short work, right? Nature is that interloper that comes in and falls upon the men. So it's like nature doesn't care about you, all right? Nature goes on whether there's humans or not. And it's sometimes nature can also just wreck human beings. Like, think about hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanoes, just horrible weather that can sometimes kill us. Nature alone, the natural disasters of the world have known to, they kill a lot of humans every single day. Nature kills. Nature is like a serial killer when you think about it. Nature is beautiful and wonderful and amazing, but nature's out there, murking people every single day. You know, Earthquakes, snowstorms, mudslides, floodings. Um, just think about it. Too hot, too cold, too rocky. Nature is just killing people left and right, and it's been doing it for a very long time. So it's that unforgiving mother nature. She can be brutal sometimes, and so nature isn't that interloper that comes in and falls upon them like a rock, and then the other group of interlopers are the wolves that that are unforgivable. They do not take anything easy because we know what a wolf is. So, again, it's really sad how the men died, because I think when they realized that they were gonna die for real, they were like, "Let's be friends. Let's sing kumbaya." But there is no more kumbaya. The stack is just, everything's just stacked against you, and these men were not coming out of there alive. Yeah. So really interesting work. So that's my summary analysis of this work. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.